Hey, it's Jaden here from ActivateFit.Gym. I'm here for another episode of our Workout from Home series. Today I'm going to be taking you through our mobility tip of the week, which is covering some hip mobilizers. So we're going to be looking at an exercise to mobilize the hip flexors, so the front of the hip. We're going to look at some of the inside of the hip as well, so the inner thigh, and we're going to also look at mobilizing the hamstrings. So all from the hip down basically, and it's going to be an awesome way that you can start to dynamically mobilize yourself before you do your workout in order to get the most out of that actual workout. So increasing range of motion and making sure those joints are ready to go for that workout. All right, as always, if you want to check out more information, just have a look down below. I've got all the extra info there, and hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so the first of the hip mobilizers that we're going to go through is for the hip flexors themselves, so the front of the hips here. And we're going to do this by basically taking a step forward into a lunge, and then we're taking the hands over the head like this and really tilting the tailbone under. So really pushing into that stretch, and then we're going to step back again together, and then the other side. Arms above the head, driving the hip into it, and back. So we're going to do this 4 times on each side. And the idea being that we're really going to increase that range of motion each time as we step. And it's going to result in more flexibility through the hip for our workout. Okay, so next up, we're going to be looking at the lateral lunge for a nice inner thigh mobilizer. So the lateral lunge, stepping out to the side, nice big step. And we're going to, this time, open up the inside of the legs by rotating the arms around. So taking the arms, rotating over to the side, and then back together, and same on the other side. Nice big step, rotating over to the side. And again, I'm going to do this 4 times each side. Each time I step over, I'm trying to increase the range of motion a little bit further. So I'm gradually moving further and further into that dynamic stretch. Once again, really increasing that mobility so that I can get more out of my workout. Okay, so the last of the 3 movements we're going to go through is a hamstring mobilizer. Now, it's quite common for us to have tight hamstrings, and that can be quite detrimental to movements such as a deadlift or a squat, where we're really going to notice reduced range of motion when they're tight. So in order to set up for this one, we're basically going to plant the heel down to the floor like so. So getting set up in a classic hamstring stretch and aiming to kind of get our chin towards the toe here as we bend over. Now, instead of keeping it static, we're going to add movement to the dynamic mobilizer by slowly rotating the whole of the leg out to one side, and then slowly bringing it back again and inwards as well. Now I'm going to move nice and slow with this one, and same as the other exercises, we're going to go 4 on each side. So out and back in, counting as 1. And we'll just check over to the other side as well. And back, in, and out. Now it's important with this exercise to make sure that you're rotating your whole leg here. We're not looking to just point the toe, because that's going to kind of defeat the purpose of the exercise. So maintaining that hamstring stretch as you rotate the leg across. Awesome, so those are 3 mobility tips that you can take away and apply to your own home workouts. And basically, if we're completing those on a regular basis before you train, then we're hopefully going to improve the effectiveness of all of the exercises that you're doing for the lower body and improving the range of motion. It's also going to help with your lifestyle as well. So if you're doing a lot of sitting down or a lot of working from home right now in a sitting position, then it's going to help to make sure you keep your back and lower body nice and mobile as well, prevent that from all tightening up. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said before, you can check out more information down below, and keep an eye out for our next video. Thanks.